China has a peace plan for Palestinians, and it's the 67 borders, 1967 borders. East Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine. No, the settlements stop growing, and the settlements become Israel. And there should be economic agreements between Palestine and Israel. Do you like that? Do you think that's a good idea?
Maybe I can ask question instead of answer your question.
Ask the question, but I still want an
Can
answer.
I decide in your house what is good for you? Is China that important to decide what's good for Palestinian, or Palestinian they know what's good for them?
So do you think it's a good idea or not a good idea?
No, it's not a good idea.
Why? Explain why.
Because Palestinians, they know what's good for them. Settlements, it's inside 67.
Okay.
There's no 67 anymore. It's just small piece of land. Settlements, it's everywhere. If you make this is Israel, inside 67, there is no peace.
Okay.
There is no land.
Let's say there's no settlements.
No settlements.
Let's say no settlements. Would you agree?
I agree with one state, and Palestinians, they decide what they want.
So it's one Palestinian state, you mean?
Palestinian state.
What's your first name?
I think, Noel, as I am Palestinian,
Yeah.
I want free Palestine.
Okay.
Just all what I want is free Palestine.
All of Palestine.
No guns, no war, nothing. So if anybody else wants to live with us, that's Palestine.
But it means all Jaffa is Palestine, Haifa is Palestine?
It's
Okay.
48
Because I just want to make sure. Okay.
It's all Palestine.
Remember the two-state solution I didn't show you? And you said they're just saying the government just says they want two states. Why? And repeat what you said. He's staring at me. He doesn't understand what I mean.
When the government said that they just need Gaza and this ban,
Yep.
this is what they want, but not what the people want. This is their opinion, not our opinion.
So you don't think the people believe that? The people don't agree?
You can ask anyone in the place.
So they want all of it, all of Palestine.
Yeah, it's our.
China has a peace plan.
انه تشاينا عرضت خطه للسلام على الفلسطينيين والاسرائيليين.
Okay. It means the 67 borders, Palestine and the 67 borders. East Jerusalem is the capital.
نترجم السؤال خلينا نفهمه.
اوكي، عرضت انه خطه سلام على الفلسطينيين والاسرائيليين يكون في حدود، يعني على حدود ال 67 وجيروسلم اذا كانت.
Yep.
وبعاصمتها القدس.
طيب.
East Jerusalem. East Jerusalem.
القدس الشرقيه.
Yep.
اوكي.
And there would be a lot of economic cooperation with the world to develop Palestine.
اوكي، وراح يكون في تعاون اقتصادي من اجل تطوير الاقتصاد الفلسطيني، الوضع الفلسطيني.
طيب شو السؤال؟
اوكي.
شو لازم نجاوب؟
هل
So would you accept it?
هل تقبل هاي خطة السلام ولا لا؟
طبعا.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Also, the right of return would have to be to here, not to Israel.
يعني اللاجئين اللي من برا رح يجوا هون، مش رح يرجعوا على حيفا يافا عكا، يرجعوا أرضنا هون.
أنا بالنسبة لي موافق.
No problem.
I am impressed. Okay. I did not expect that. Okay. Chinese peace plan. You never heard of it, right?
Most probably.
No, none of us have ever heard of it. Okay. So the Chinese peace plan is 67 borders. East Jerusalem is the capital. No more settlements. And promoting peace and cooperation on economic development for Palestinians. Would you accept this?
This is a really tough, hard question.
Yeah.
I always try to stay away from politics.
Okay.
I just want to live peacefully with my kids and my family. And my answer would be no, actually.
Okay. Why?
Even though that was the introduction.
There's a bit of a contradiction, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, why?
No, I'm not really sure what's the right answer.
What's missing from that
for you? If I say yes, actually, then I admit the right of having Israel next to us as a country. I'm again, I'm with any solution that give us peace, but it's confusing actually. Seriously, it's confusing. I'm not with having them
Israel.
as a country, Israel, and on the other hand, it's not fair for both. For us, actually, they're living for us, not to live our lives. So, any solution that would like make it a little bit easier for us for a short time of period, yes, but it's not a permanent, forever solution.
So like a ceasefire.
Sort of.
Okay. What do you know that China has a peace plan? I'll explain. The peace plan for China is the 67 borders. East Jerusalem is the capital. No settlements will not grow. They'll just be part of Israel. And there'll be peace and cooperation between Israel and Palestine for economic prosperity. Would you agree to that?
Yes, why not?
Yes, why not? Okay. And also, I should have mentioned this, the refugees will go to the new Palestinian state, not back to their villages. So they'll go to the West Bank. The Palestinian refugees from Lebanon, from everywhere, will go to the West Bank, not to Israel.
Why?
Because they're part of their plan.
But they are born in Palestine. Why do you go to this? Why?
Because it will destabilize Israel. So it will make it. Israel wouldn't agree to it, and it will destabilize the country.
No, but this is the right for him
To return,
to return to.
they must return to their original lands.
Yes. Right for him.
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
الصين اقترحت خطة للسلام، عمرك سمعت فيها؟ الصين اقترحت خطة للسلام، سمعت فيها؟
كل المشكلة اقترح كل الدنيا اقترحت.
All the world actually suggested or came up with a peace
ولا في
plan.
دولة اقترحت شيء زي هيك.
أحكي لك شو الخطة اللي اقترحوها؟ خطة بتحكي إنه دولة فلسطينية ستيت.
Palestinian state.
دولة فلسطينية على حدود ال67 والقدس الشرقية كعاصمة ووقف الاستيطان والعمل على السلام ويكون في تعاون مبني على التنمية الاقتصادية والتعاون الاقتصادي ما بين إسرائيل وفلسطين. شو رأيك هاي الخطة؟
بس اوكي الكل انه يعني الكل بيحكي في شيء زي هيك بس احنا ما عمرنا شفنا شيء زي هيك.
Everyone's talking about such a plan and something similar, but we have never seen anything being applied.
Would he agree to it?
ولا عمره برضه راح يصير في إقامة دولة ما دام إسرائيل موجودة.
And there will never be a Palestinian state as long as Israel exists. طب لو اجوا لك انت هذا المقترح بتوافق عليه؟ Would you agree to this plan? شو رأيك انت فيه؟
احنا والإسرائيليين ولا عمرنا راح يكون في اتفاق بيننا.
Us and Israelis, we will never have an agreement between us. We will never be an agreement.
لأنه يعني أقل شيء لما واحد سيارته بتخرب في طريق بقتلوا على المحل. هذول يعني ممكن بكرة ما تتأمل فيهم خير.
Because even when it comes to something so simple like a person's car breaking down on the side of the road, they would kill him. So how can you expect something good from these people?
لو صار سلام، لو صار بيننا وبينهم سلام، لو شو ما صار بكرة أي حد بيعمل أي شيء راح يصير مشكلة بالدولة كلها. مش إنه بيحاسبوا مثل ممكن شخص واحد أو هم يحاسبوا حالهم.
And even if there were peace and someone did something wrong or someone did something, they wouldn't just hold that person accountable. They would punish everyone. They wouldn't just punish one person. They would punish everyone. And also, if Israel did something wrong, they wouldn't hold that person accountable in Israel.
There's a Chinese peace plan for this. A Chinese peace plan.
Okay.
Yeah. The Chinese have. Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
French peace plan.
Everyone has a peace plan. Everyone's interested. But the
How
Chinese.
about Canadian?
The Canadians don't care. So, the Chinese peace plan is Palestine would be the 67 borders. East Jerusalem is the capital. No more settlements. Meaning no more settlement growth. The settlements will stay, but it'll go to Israel, and then you get, I assume, equal amounts. The big settlements, exactly, not the small ones, but the big ones. And then mostly about promoting economic growth in the West Bank. What do you think? Is that good? Would you accept it?
For me, pretty good.
Okay. Pretty good is not bad.
If the big settlements is gonna stay, they will be under the authority of the Palestinian.
Well, this is everybody else's
under the control and under the security of the Palestinian authority.
Yeah, this is everybody
I mean,
else's
if a settler violated the Palestinian law, he will be arrested or he will be fined.
Well, I think
or
in this
charged,
case,
They don't, but they don't.
no, I think in this case they're going to just redraw the border so it goes around the settlements and then give equal land. I'm assuming,
So no
I don't
contact.
know. So there's no contact. The idea is no contact.
So it's not possible.
Why?
Technically, it's not. Practically, it's not possible. Because they want to put their hands on all the lands. They don't want to give
Who's
us
they?
any land. The Israelis.
Okay.
The Israelis.
Let's say the Israelis accepted it. Let's pretend.
It's the. Let's pretend.
Yeah.
If they pretend,
fantasy
I think
world.
it's a good solution.
Then you're okay with it.
Yeah, of course.
Again.
So my job is now to go to the Israelis and
Of course,
convince them. But okay.
At the end, we're looking for a
67
solution.
and East Jerusalem. The 67
We want to live in
border
peace.
and East Jerusalem and staying big settlements. What else did you say? Sorry.
Sorry. Economic growth. Well, that's that's a good
That's
thing.
what
That can't be bad.
looking
Oh, I assume the right of return would be to here, not to the villages like Jaffa or Haifa.
Yeah, to the West Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. The
Well,
refugee.
it's negotiable. I mean, if they compensate those people for their shock, for their hardships,
Sure.
that should be fine if they accept it. If those people, refugees, accepted the solution to come back to the West Bank, not to their original lands inside.
I'll tell you about the peace plan from China. So China has a peace plan that it's not that much different than everyone else. 67 borders. Jerusalem, East Jerusalem is the capital. The refugees would return to the West Bank in Gaza, not Israel, to here. There would stopping settlements. There'd be no more settlements. The ones that exist would become part of Israel, and then there would be peace and a border, and there would be good economic cooperation based on economic development. What do you think?
I think, you see, every 10 years, 15 years, they will make a plan. But all they are is funny, Nothing will happen.
Why?
Because you see, even here, you think this is a president of Palestine? We need a president? For what? What happened? You see the situation. If you will compare during the time of the occupation and now, what happened? Before, the situation is better than now.
Before, what are you talking about? Between 67 and like 87?
Before
Oslo.
Before the peace. Oslo.
Okay.
The PA came.
Yeah. You see the situation.
But maybe it could get better. Maybe if you have independence.
I don't think so.
Okay, so what would you do?
Nothing. This situation, you see, every 10 years, 15 years, they lose. They try to make any plan for the peace, and no one of them they want peace. Just like what we say here, this is like a big, very big business. When they are talking about the Palestinian, like a very, very big business. They are trying, all of them, they make money only, running after the money. No one is running after the country. For that, the situation, it will be bad.
What would you do if you were king?
Nothing. Actually, the life here is very bad. Very bad. Like if you compare it, like you are married to two wives, you have two wives, you don't know how to deal with them. In this side or in this side.
Who are the two wives here?
What?
Who are the two wives in this?
I mean the two government, about the Israeli government.
Oh, the Israeli government, the Palestinian government, yeah. If you want me to come to amazing places like this and ask people your questions, please donate to the project. It really helps me get to places like this.